Okay, thank you for waiting. I'm back again. This is part 15 of the USS Excelsior build. So I want to take you through what I've done since part 14. I am going to get the camera into a better angle so that I can see the screen. At the same time, you see the screen. And that way everything will work out perfectly. So just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, thank you for waiting. I'm back again. Since part 14, I completely assembled the nacelles. And I used touch-up paints to fix any paint mistakes. By an amazing coincidence, I found out that the Tamiya light blue spray paint that I used on the top of the nacelle is exactly matched by the sky blue TimberTech paint that I bought during deployment. So that worked perfectly. And all the nacelle sections are done except for the bottom, top, and tail fin, the sides. So that is what I'm going to do now for both nacelles. I've got the tail fins decals in here, number 120. That's for the outside of the nacelle. And 121 is for the inside. So let's see here. This is the port nacelle. So 120 is going to go on the on there. And of course on the starboard nacelle, 120 will go along there. So I'm going to put those decals into soak, and I'll come back when it's application time. Be right back. Alright, thanks for waiting. I'm back. So I have the first decal, 120, ready for soaking. So in it goes. Good, there we go. And I finally realized that if I move the mat slightly to the left, then you can see more, although at this point you can't really see the decal soaking, can you? So let me move the camera a bit. Let me angle it slightly. Let me see if I can tilt it down so you can see more of the actual mat. Hopefully it's going to move. Well, that's a bit better. Hopefully it doesn't slip. And you don't want the phone to come out of its case either while you're doing this. Yeah, 1 sec. There, that's a better angle. You can see the whole sideways mat now. Use the tweezers, get the decal 20 out of here. There you go, it's safely on the paper towel. Little trick I picked up from Lou Del Meso and Boyd from Truckworks. They both use paper towels when they are putting their decals down. And HBI Guy's Workshop as well, so that they don't lose the decal. And you don't want the ship to rest against something like the mat itself and get glue on it or paint on it or get scraped or anything else. Alright, now I'm going to use the Q-tips again because this decal is so small if you want to blot it out, and of course get the microsol ready just in case. So we'll try applying now and see how this goes. Alright, got a bit of the decal off. Here we go. As smoothly as possible to get it along the side, the very thin side of the nacelle rear housing. There we go. These days I've taken to using a toothpick to get my finger off of it so it doesn't stick to me. There we go. There we are. And then the dry Q-tip, that's the dry Q-tip, so here we go. And then a little bit of microsol, of course. I'm using it on every decal these days, just in case, because you never know. All right. So there it is. It's on the nacelle. And I'll come back when I've done the other one. And maybe both sides as well, and we'll see how it looks. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. The other side of the port nacelle is all done. So I will put it carefully on the port side of the engineering hull for it to rest and settle. There, good, okay. And then I'll mark it on the guide. And then I will move on to the starboard nacelle, which on the guide is right here. So you see, on the starboard nacelle, you can see how 122 is actually on the outside and 120 is on the inside. So don't want to mix them up. So 122, gotta arrange it the right way, has to go on the outside, and 120 has to go on the inside. Alright, so I'll apply those two, and I will be right back. Okay, thanks for waiting, I'm back. I'm just putting the microsol on the last nacelle fantail decal now. And then we will, I'll take you through what else I got done and any paint corrections I'm going to make on the model. So, you got the both sides of the starboard nacelle done now. As you can see, the fantail is now complete, so it's going to go in the box next to the port one, and considering the way the fin goes out, I'm not entirely sure that that is the starboard nacelle after all. You can look at the top image. I hope I didn't make a mistake. Well, let's see. That works. So that's the actual port nacelle, actually. Starboard nacelle, the tail fins go towards the outer side. And there's no tail fins on the inner side. It's just this image. This image, it's not the one to go by. It's that image, the bottom one. It shows where the tail fins are, especially in relation to top and bottom. Okay, so tail fins are now complete. At least this, like the side tail fins, they have all their decals. The back engine caps, they have all their decals. So I'm going to color that space in to indicate it's all decaled. Yep. All right, so that's all I'm going to do today for the Aztec decal part of the ship. So I'll put all the Aztec decals there. Good. Okay. Now I have the saucer. So what I did with the saucer is I took it back down to the same hull color, but of course I had to pick a manual color that was as light as I could get, as close to that as possible. I'm probably going to replace this decal, the thin one, on both sides because it ripped up a bit when I took this decal off. And I have a new set of Aztec decals now that I got from HDA Model Works, of course. New set of Aztec decals. It even has, thankfully, a replacement set of window stripes. But I'm using my second set of Federation Models window stripes, which are right here. I'm going to use them on the ship next so that I can at least complete that rim of the saucer. So let me just get the guide out here. Here's the guide. And I should find, hopefully it's in the bag, maybe it isn't, the extra thruster decals. I hope I didn't get rid of them. I mean, I have both sets, but still, I want to take a look. So let me see if I can find the thruster decals also. Okay, thanks for waiting. I'm back again. So I have all the thruster decals, all labeled on back and front, but it is from the second set of decals, not the first, the second set from Federation models, the one that's mostly intact. And what I'm also looking for, here we go, replacement thruster decals, because I'm going to cut out those thruster decals also. You see these thruster decals here with the blue stripe in the center? I have to cut those out too, because I'm going to need them to go with this set of sensor band decals. So I'm just going to do some cutting here. And I'm still waiting on the third set from Federation models, the one that is completely intact, because a couple of these stripes were cut a bit too short when I didn't realize that they had separate thruster decals with the stripe in them. And I was wondering, oh, why are they too short? Oh, I'm going to have to cannibalize from the other set. And then I realized, oops, I made a mistake. So the sensor bands won't be complete, but it'll pretty well work. I'm going to trim the sheet so it fits in the bag better. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'll show you what I've done. I have the diagram that shows what number of stripe goes where on the saucer. And, of course, I have arranged those decals accordingly, as you can see here. Now, the best way to do it, I found, is to start at the very back. As you'll see, I started with decal 66. I split it around its thruster, like so. So since the thruster for 68, see it's already there, I can do that one as well. So I'm going to do 68, and we'll see how it looks. Stand by. Okay, thanks for waiting again. That decal is soaking, and so is its second part. I'm going to take them both out of the water. Arrange it properly. There we go. And then we'll try application. I can try and do that on camera, rather delicate, but I'll come back with the result. Alright, I'm back. Got the saucer applied. Got the saucer number 68 applied around the thruster, as you can see here. And now I'm just going to lean the saucer up where gravity can help assist so that the decal can dry. And mark the guide as to what I've done, which one has been applied. 68 has been applied now. Okay. Trimmed around the thrusters, of course. Got it right. So 66 has been applied. 68 has been applied. Now what I will do, tomorrow, when those decals have had a chance to dry, is I will do the other decals, which you can see are still arranged according to the diagram where they'll go around the saucer. I even included the missing piece of decal 70, which might even make that decal meet up right up against the thruster. As you can see, I haven't... Now there's a missing piece here. I see that. So it might not meet up against the thruster, but it will meet up right next to that one. This one will meet right up with 66 and so on. So there might be a tiny, tiny gap. But most of it should be filled in, and the saucer rims will be complete. And all that'll be left for the saucer rim will be to put on the RCS thrusters. Now, as you see, I have 6 of decal 24, because that's the second set. But I only need to put on 3 thrusters on the saucer. So I'm going to let it dry, and that'll pretty well be the end of this video, and I won't have to split up my videos into 2 parts anymore. I verified it with Google, my YouTube account, and now I'm able to post videos that are actually higher, longer than 15 minutes. So this part 15 of the Excelsior build should be able to be uploaded all in one shot. Now, leaving the saucer shuttle bay detachable, I'm not attaching this together until the nacelle assembly is dry. And I've done the bottom, I've done both sides, I've done the top. All I have left to do is the upper sides, decal number 65. But I'm going to do that one tomorrow. I'm going to do that one tomorrow. I got decal 165 right here. And that'll be another something that's done and almost be ready for final assembly. I'm not going to try to put the nacelles on the struts until they've both been dry for several days. And I'm not going to try to assemble the 2 halves of the secondary hull together until the nacelle assembly has been installed on here. So anyway, that's pretty well all for this video for today, and I will come back when I've done more, probably tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow I'll start part 16. And I'll try to keep each video between 10 and 20 minutes now that I have a higher limit. And we'll see if we can get the Excelsior finished before I go back to work in 2 weeks. Anyway, talk to you all later and see you here next time.